Hey guys, today it's going to be another hot one. We'll see temperatures in the 90s, but really nice outside right now. So if you're training for anything outside, biking, running, definitely do so earlier. We'll be in the low 60s through the next couple of hours, and temperatures later on soaring to the low to mid 90s. Your climate calendar for this time of year, our record is 100. That was set back in 1910. So we're not talking record highs today, but above average conditions in the low to mid 90s expected. We started off this morning at 63 degrees. Temperatures outside right now, we're in the low 50s out through Blackhawk and up into Georgetown. Temperatures right now in the high 50s over Littleton, up through Erie, and in the low 60s currently over Aurora and Parker. It is going to be another day of haze across the metro area, extending west into Boulder, some of the foothills over Fort Collins and Greeley. We have western wildfires burning with this air quality warning in effect until at least 4 o'clock this afternoon. So hazy skies today. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s right around lunchtime. Your patio forecast for today. Dinner time will be in the 90s. So very warm once again. We're expecting a high of 95 out at the airport, 94 for Highlands Ranch. Boulder, you're at 93 with high 90s over Platteville and Keensburg up through Sterling. Temperatures into the mountains will feel pretty nice. Over Leadville will be in the 70s today with upper 80s expected. Steamboat Springs through Eagle and Vale. So your hiking forecast, we do have the slight chance for a few isolated late day storms. Risk of any flash flooding over burn scarred areas though is low. Less moisture moving into the state for today, but still about a 30% chance of seeing some of those storms develop out west. So here's a FUTURECAST. Will be dry for the first half of the day over Colorado, increasing cloud coverage out to our western mountains by 3 o'clock this afternoon. You can see down near Telluride and Gunnison, good chance for an isolated storm and shower over higher elevations, mostly up through Rocky Mountain National Park and Estes Park, with mostly cloudy skies and drier conditions for this evening. Up and down the I-25 corridor, eastern plains, winds will kick up, will stay mostly clear tonight, and then tomorrow morning all across the state we'll wake up to a lot more sunshine and temperatures once again dipping down to the 60s. Now it's going to get even hotter tomorrow and Wednesday. Expect highs nearing 100 degrees near Greeley. Denver, we're expecting 97. Stay hydrated, stay cool. Upper 90s to near 100 as well down through Lamar and LaHunton, 70s and 80s into the mountains. Pretty much each day this week we'll see storm activity out to our west, but Tuesday and Wednesday here in town mainly dry. Highs in the upper 90s with overnight lows in the 60s. Better chance for a little more moisture Thursday, Friday. Afternoon storms will be likely on Friday, and then a little bit cooler for this next weekend. Jason, Saturday and Sunday, upper 80s expected.
Couple of new problems, one at University and Alameda, a new crash there. We also have a fatal crash, unfortunately. The Denver police are now investigating on the southbound side of Calumet, right here at 6th Avenue. Now, they tell me that they're diverting traffic off of Calumet, and then you have to go west on 6th Avenue. They have not told me yet if they're going to be affecting at all the eastbound traffic coming off of 6th Avenue and try to get past Santa Fe and then into downtown Denver. So that's where they say the fatal crash is diverting traffic right now. One of the easiest ways really to get around it is you would go use 6th Avenue to I-25, exit Alameda, and then come back to Calumet that way. Galapago over across to Calumet can bring you back once you're past 6th Avenue. So there are ways around it. It's just going to take a little bit of time. The other trouble spot is down to the south, where at least for right now, State Patrol, CDOT has this section of I-25 closed down right there at the Greenland exit. You can either go to Spruce Mountain Road, Spring Valley Road. A lot of folks are using the little frontage road. It's a dirt road that goes right next to I-25 to get around it. So all of it's going to take a little bit of extra time.
Denver looks to protect another neighborhood from rapid development. The next steps needed to get La Alma Lincoln Park approved as an historic district.
And the court decision that could impact your next cruise, how they can operate for now during the pandemic.
Get Denver 7 News updates on your Alexa-enabled device. Add the Denver 7 News skill in the Alexa app, then say, "Alexa, what's my flash briefing?"
Now to a Denver 7 News consumer alert this morning, a warning about passport delays and scams. The State Department is currently estimating a wait time for passports of 18 weeks, 12 weeks if you pay extra for the expedited service. The Better Business Bureau says even if you need your passport right away, don't fall for scammers promising to speed up the process.
You might receive a call one day, supposedly somebody from the U.S. government saying your passport is being processed. If you want to expedite it, you can send this money and we'll get it to you sooner.
The Better Business Bureau stresses no one from the government is going to call you. If your passport is expiring, you should now apply 6 months in advance for a replacement.
A Florida court is reversing its decision, which allowed the federal government to implement COVID-19 protocols for the cruise industry. The cruise industry will now be able to resume operations in Florida without adhering to the CDC's COVID-19 protocols. The CDC requires cruise lines to meet certain conditions before they can set sail, including ventilation, social distancing, and testing. It's a temporary win for the state. The court requested the CDC file an appeal to support the agency's argument by September 1st.
The increased use of Zoom and other virtual meetings during the pandemic is pushing more young people to get Botox. Cosmetic experts say people spent so much time looking at themselves on camera, they started to worry about what they considered imperfections. One doctor says the number of Botox patients, mostly women in their early 20s, is something that would have never been heard of 5 years ago. Other doctors blame filters on social media for the surge in younger people looking for cosmetic procedures. They say patients come in and ask to look like they do on social media when a filter is applied.
That is so sad. That story's actually giving me a little anxiety this morning. 5:26 now. As the pandemic continues, there's another health crisis health officials want to put back into the spotlight: opioid addiction. The new campaign organizers hope will save lives.
And 3 Air Force bases in our state are getting new names today.
Now on Denver 7 News at 5:30, Mayor Michael Hancock is giving a progress report for the city today. We're talking with one local leader about what he wants to hear from Denver's mayor.
Congress is eyeing a deal on infrastructure once again. Part of the plan could impact Medicare.
This would be the first major expansion in Medicare benefits since the drug benefit came into effect in the early 2000s.
Our team in Washington shows us how dental, vision, and more could soon be covered for older Americans.
And burned out homes and cars in Northern California, and the West's newest, most aggressive fire is burning out of control. We're also taking a closer look at how wildfires here have damaged the soil, possibly for years to come. Welcome back to Denver 7 News. I'm Molly Hendrickson.
And I'm Brian Sanders. Good Monday morning to you. We could reach that uncomfortable level again here this week with temperatures creeping into the 90s, high 90s. Katie LaSalle is here with our forecast.
Hi, you guys. It's comfortable outside right now, but yes, later on this afternoon, we're expecting mid-90s here in Denver, so be prepared for some building heat. This morning, though, a beautiful sunrise, courtesy of Lookout Mountain this morning, but a layer of haze still lingering over the metro area with an air quality warning in effect once again for this afternoon. Temperatures right now are in the low 60s over Denver, high 50s Colorado Springs, up through Fort Collins and Greeley, 40s and 50s now filtering into a lot of our mountain towns. So biking outside early will feel nice. By 10 o'clock, we'll be in the high 70s. Temperatures by lunchtime, upper 80s, with temperatures climbing to the mid 90s for highs in Denver. We're expecting 97 in Greeley and a few isolated storms into the mountains. A pretty dry next couple of days, but do be prepared for scattered storms into the mountains and foothills by 3 o'clock.
We have a pretty active drive right now, University and Alameda. There's a crash there, and we also have a fatal crash, unfortunately, the Denver police are investigating on southbound Calumet right at 6th Avenue. Now, most folks use 6th Avenue coming from I-25, coming from Lakewood. Passing Calumet, that's the first road you get to, and then you get over to Santa Fe, go to downtown, or you take it over to Broadway. But it looks like the way traffic is flowing, it might even be closed back here at 8th Avenue. So I'm still getting sketchy info from Denver police. They say you cannot get to 6th Avenue from Calumet, and so you might be using 8th Avenue to I-25. You could use 6th Avenue if they're allowing that over to Alameda on I-25. The other closure was down to the south in the Gap project, but it looks like from traffic flow just a moment ago that southbound side is now open at the Greenland exit. Hopefully I can get some more details on that and get a confirmation from the State Patrol here in just a minute. But it looks like southbound's open getting down to Monument.
Denver Mayor Michael Hancock will give an update on the city's progress today in his State of the City address. That's at 10 a.m. this morning. Denver 7's Micah Smith joins us live. Micah, you talked to the leader of a community group about what he would like to hear from the mayor.
Brian, I talked to Bishop Jerry Demmer, the president of the Greater Metro Denver Ministerial Alliance. And for several years, he's been involved in advocating for different community groups throughout the metro. When I talked with him about what he thought the mayor and other city leaders should be focusing on over the next year, he said, without a doubt, homelessness. Demmer says the housing market is a major contributing factor, and with some home buyers being willing to pay thousands of dollars over the asking price, and other members of the community hoping for a welcoming parking lot or safe outdoor space to camp, housing disparities are very visible in the city right now. Demmer says this isn't an issue that just affects homeowners. Renters are struggling too.
I'm dealing with people that rent, and their rent's going up $400 and $500 a shot. So people cannot afford rent. So people are living on the streets. I think over the next year, we have to deal with this housing situation, and I think we need some type of regulation.
Bishop Demmer says he would also like to see more rental assistance for renters. Demmer says he thinks Mayor Hancock has a tough job ahead of him, but it's time to find a permanent solution to homelessness in the city. Molly.
All right, thank you, Micah. And the city of Boulder is asking residents to weigh in on reimagining policing. The deadline to weigh in on the department's master plan is this Saturday.
This plan will allow us to look ahead. Where do we want to be in, say, 3 to 10 years? And what are the steps we need to take to get there? It really is a reimagining policing plan as opposed to just making some changes in the existing system.
And you can find a link to share your thoughts at boulder.org.
Today, Denver City Council will discuss creating a new historic cultural district. The Denver Landmark Commission already approved the plan to designate La Alma Lincoln Park. The neighborhood sits behind the Santa Fe Arts District and has been around since the 1880s. If City Council approves the historic cultural district, homes would have to follow certain design protocols so the look and feel of the area stays the same. If the City Council approves its initial approval today, a public hearing would be held August 2nd.
3 Air Force bases south of the Denver Metro are getting new names. Peterson, Schriever, and Cheyenne Mountain will drop the Air Force Base at the end of their names and will add Space Force Base. The official name change will happen at a ceremony today in Colorado Springs.
This week, senators will try once again to get the infrastructure bill past its first hurdle. A bipartisan group of senators wants to finalize the framework and put it to a vote. That procedural vote needs support from 60 senators to begin open debate on it. Last week's 51-49 vote failed to advance the measure. A major sticking point remains how much to spend on highways and transit. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer threatened to delay the start of the August recess if the proposal does not advance. Another lesser-known part of the infrastructure bill, a possible change in health care benefits for older Americans on Medicare.
Our Joe St. George shows why vision, hearing, and dental benefits could soon be covered for the first time.
Nationwide, around 62 million Americans rely on Medicare for their health insurance coverage. The vast majority of those in the program are older Americans who use the benefit to go to the doctor for a checkup or get treated at the hospital when they get sick. The program was created by President Lyndon Johnson and Congress back in 1965 and is paid for in part by taxes that come out of our paychecks. But the program never included dental, hearing, or vision benefits. Tricia Newman analyzes Medicare for the Kaiser Family Foundation, and she explains why.
At the time, vision, hearing, and dental really were not integrated into healthcare benefits. And when people talked about creating a Medicare benefit, they were really thinking about hospital services.
Well, that may soon change. Democrats continue to work behind the scenes this week on their multi-trillion-dollar spending package, which is separate from their attempt to pass a bipartisan infrastructure bill. The spending package, top Democratic leaders say, includes vision, dental, and hearing benefits for the very first time, which would mean those older Americans who want coverage would no longer need to buy private plans. The estimated cost, $300 billion, and while details are scarce, it would likely be paid for through a combination of higher premiums and taxpayer dollars.
This would be the first major expansion in Medicare benefits since the drug benefit came into effect in the early 2000s. So it's a big deal.
Newman says it's a big deal, especially for dental coverage. Her organization has estimated the average Medicare retiree spends $922 each year on dental care. 37 million Medicare recipients have no dental coverage at all because of the cost. Half of all Americans on Medicare report not going to the dentist in the last year.
But it's important to remember this piece of legislation is still very much in its early stages. It could be weeks or even months before a vote takes place.
In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
The House committee investigating the January 6th riots will hold its first meeting tomorrow. Capitol Police officers will share their stories. The new Capitol Police chief says he supports the officers' testimony. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi added Republican Adam Kinzinger to the panel. He joins Republican Liz Cheney. The committee is being led by Democrats, but Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy can make recommendations that must be approved by the Speaker.
California's largest wildfire continues to spread at a rapid pace. The Dixie Fire in the northern part of the state is over 190,000 acres, just 21% containment right now. It's burned through homes and cars. The cause is still under investigation, but firefighters expect more extreme fire behavior today. There are new mandatory evacuations near Feather River Canyon north of Sacramento.
And here in Colorado, last year's fires left burn scars and potentially damaged soil. The intense heat in some areas could make soil repel water, making it roll right off.
When there's an extreme or severe burning, particularly of the soil, you get hydrophobic soils that don't allow water to actually penetrate into the soil, and instead it just moves right over the top of that soil.
Forest ecologist Maren Chambers says recovery time can vary. The U.S. Forest Service and other large managing agencies can help speed up the process with aerial mulching and seeding.
Get ready, Broncos Country Training Camp kicks off Wednesday. We have details on how you can scout the team before the season officially starts.
And this week's Denver 7 Everyday Hero has been volunteering for 2 decades. How the pandemic led her to a new organization to help. Katie.
It is a clear but hazy morning over Denver City Park. We'll see temperatures today starting off in the 60s, but climbing to the 90s. Be prepared for a hot next couple of days. I'll have your full forecast when we come back.
The drive-in on 6th Avenue from Lakewood looks good, joining I-25, but it's just after this point that we have a very serious problem that Denver police are investigating. I'll have the details of what's going on and how to get around it coming up in just a minute.